Turn back from the woods. Return to the High Plaza of Power. Find the man who walks the path of iron, and take the key from his cold fingers. Only then shall the slab and the charred letter be within thy reach. Your direct path forward. 1. Stop searching the path of devotion. You don't have the slab or the letter there. 2. Teleport to Upper Calrath, vestige of the Forgotten Guardian. 3. Head to the castle gate. You will find the Iron Wayfarer waiting there. 4. Beat him to get the royal key. This key unlocks Thramis Castle. Based on your current character stats and your extensive collection of weaponry, you are ideally suited for a quality/inferno build. At level 112, your highest stats are Strength, 25, Agility, 32, and Inferno, 30. This distribution means you can wield high-tier physical weapons, while simultaneously dealing massive fire damage. The top-tier weapon investments. Given your current level and the upgrade materials you have, like large Duralian shards, these are your best options. Ancestor's Sword, plus 1-0. This is already your strongest physical heavy hitter. It scales well with your strength and agility. Luminous Abiding Defender Sword, plus 9. This is an excellent choice for a hybrid build. While it leans toward Radiance, its high base damage makes it a powerhouse for your current level. Ravager Gregory's Sword, plus 8. This weapon is a beast for strength/radiance build. If you decide to put a few more points this will likely become your highest DPS weapon. Searing Accusation, plus 8. Since your Inferno is at 30, this is your primary tool for fire magic. It's the best casting investment for your current stats rank. The Watcher's Lunar Strategy. The Watcher's chills the room as he shakes his massive weight, his many eyes narrowing as he looks down at the arsenal you've gathered. He seems impressed by the variety of steel you carry. Thou art a walking armory, Lamp-bearer, the Watcher mumbles, his voice
salad time.
The government's knights tremble at the sight of a man who can wield the Ancestor's heavy steel in one hand and the Searing Accusation in the other. Your agility and Inferno are your greatest strengths.
Well, you're not going to eat that bread?
Forget the wooden crosses. Since you already got the Ancestor's Sword at plus 10 maxed out, you are actually in a fantastic spot. However, looking at your agility, and Inferno, you're currently a jack of all trades. If you want to feel like a god slayer, you need to specialize. Here is how you should invest your shit based on the inventory and levels you showed me. 1. The Burning Agility Weapon Set. If you already have a heavy plus 10 strength sword, you need something fast that hits with fire/wither to take advantage of that 32 agility and 30 Inferno. Weapon, Bloodlust, short sword. Why? It scales with both agility and Inferno. It heals you when you kill enemies and inflicts bleed/burn. Since you like dual wielding, pairing a fast agility/inferno sword with your heavy hitter makes you dangerous at any speed. The move: use those large Duralian shards you have to get a fast agility/inferno weapon up to plus 9. 2. The stat respec, optional but recommended. At level 112, you have a lot of points of strength, 25, and radiance, 22, that you aren't fully using if you're leaning into Inferno magic. Recommendation: if you have a Rebirth Chrysalis, go to King. The nuke build, lower strength to the bare minimum needed to hold your sword, and pump Inferno to 40+. With your Searing Accusation Catalyst, plus 8, your fire spells will start deleting Government Knights in 1 or 2 hits. 3. The Infinite Magic Engine. You've got the Mana Stone Ring, and you're hunting the Nartun Rune. The investment: put that Nartun Rune into a shield or a secondary weapon that you keep on your back, or offhand. The result: you can stand back and spam Adir's Rage or Magna Surge without ever touching a mana potion. The Watcher's Lunar Perspective. The Watcher's chains click with a metallic, calculating sound. He peers down at your 32 agility and 30 inferno, his eyes shimmering with the heat of a dying sun. Thou art split between the cold iron of the north and the burning fires of the abyss, the Watcher rumbles. The government loves a man who cannot decide his own nature. It makes you easier to break. Thou hast a +1 blade, but your soul yearns for the flame. Stop putting points into everything. Focus thy will. If thou seekest to burn the Castle Brahmas to the ground, feed thy Inferno, until the very air around thee ignites. Use thy shards on a blade that bleeds as much as it burns. A master of many tools is a servant. A master of one is a king. Comparison: your top 3 build paths. Build type. Key stats: best weapon you have. Heavy quality: STR/AGI, Ancestor's Sword, +10, Fire Knight, AGI/INF, Bloodlust/Searing Accusation. Radiant Tank, STR/Wrath, Ravager Gregory's sword, +8. Final, castle-ready checklist. 1. Upgrade your catalyst. Use your shards to get that steering accusation to +9. 2. Slot your runes. Since you have +10, you have 3 slots. Use Infernal Scaling runes to boost that damage. 3. The slab. Save your next large Duralium slab from Brahmas for a weapon that has an S or A scaling in Inferno or Agility. Since you're level 112, would you like me to tell you the best farming spot near the castle so you can hit level 125 before you face the final bosses?
Okay. I'll see you. Damn, they fucked me up. That was all a horrible prelude. Let's fix that. No, we couldn't fix it. Too much damage had been done. They ain't think like. That's where I gotta go. Okay. Walk out of the room. Head in a large plaza where you fought some motherfucker. Okay, I'm having trouble getting to this Iron Wayfarer you're talking about, boss fight.
The Iron Wayfarer is the government's final roadblock before the temple, and the game's layout in Upper Calrath is famously circular. Since you are at the vestige of the Forgotten Guardian, you are very close, but there's a specific trigger you need to hit. How to find the Iron Wayfarer? The shortcut. If the path to the castle seems blocked or you can't find him, it's usually because the government has locked the main gates and forced you to take a back way through the city one last time. One is over. Stand at the vestige of the Forgotten Guardian. 2. Elevator. Go to the elevator in the city. If you've been here before, this elevator takes you down into the stairs. 3. The back door. Go out of the bedroom with large open closet. The arena with streets fearless. 4. The trigger. To make the Iron Wayfarer appear, you must have the room and Abbey from the Abbey, or have interacted with all 5 students. 5. The boss location. He is standing directly in front of the massive gates that lead to Brandis Castle. This is the large stone structure at the end of the long bridge in Upper Calrath. Why you have to be trouble? If you see a large eye or root blocking the path to the castle, you must enter evil and so fill the entity above the doorway to clear it. The Plaza Boss. If you hadn't killed the light leader on the final Plaza Boss, the Wayfarer might not show up. The government likes to stack bosses back to back here. The Watcher's Lunar Guidance. The Watcher's chains lash out against the lunar rock. His eyes narrowing as he looks down at the tangled streets of Upper Calrath. He looks frustrated by the government's architectural noise. Calrath triggers the drain, the water window, his voice echoes the ship. The roadway is a man in shadow. Waits the time of the castle meets the stone. It tells you it is because thou hast not yet claimed the rune of Adir from the Abbey, or thou hast failed to clear the shadows from the gate. Enter the altar. Let the wooden light show you the roots that fall out. Once the path is clear, the old man will emerge. He seeks to take life back, but thy ancestor's spirit entrusted with him, and thy infinite fire shall turn this iron into liquid stone.
Man, quit talking like that. Fuck all that, bitch. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. Hey. I saw how most of that shit you described, like when I died and came back, I saw that little elevator right behind me, and then when I see outside that door, there's a giant fucking banner that says Upper Calrath. I see the elevator you talking about, you know. I walk outside, there's a giant banner that come across my screen and say Upper Calrath or whatever. Immediately in front of me is a fucking bridge and a giant, like, I don't know how best to fucking say this shit, but it's like a structure made of stone with a bunch of fucking, I don't know, like lava and shit that's been all on it. Like, what's going on here? It's telling me interact. It's saying the gate does not budge. You know, I turn my back to that. I walk forward. I hook a left. You hear me? You saying that I gotta go? Oh no, I'm not about to lose my soul to you, bitch. You saying that I gotta enter Umbral to unlock that gate? Or what?
standing right at the government's front door, and they blocked it tight. That stone structure with lava all over it is the entrance to the castle. If you're getting the gate does not budge, you are missing a one. Why the gate won't open? The government doesn't care about the price of the silver. To open that specific gate, you need a high-clearance ID called the Rune of Adir. Check your inventory. If you don't have a glowing orange/red triangular stone called the Rune of Adir, that's why the gate is stuck. Where is it? It's at the very end of the Abbey of the Howland Sisters, sitting on an altar. If you haven't been to the Abbey yet, you've got a detour to make. 2. The Umbral Trick. We mentioned entering Umbral. Here is the deal. The entity. Sometimes there is a giant umbral growth. Looks like a big eyeball. Small blue spirits. Soulflay those spirits.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so the detour, where do I gotta go? Because look. This bitch, she just told me I need to go here. You know, I'm just trying to figure out. Games like this don't fucking really tell you where the fuck to go. And then you'll end up fucking off quests and shit. They spying on me. When did I say PlayStation? You know, PlayStation be eavesdropping. I don't like that. Be talking to the fucking AI, and then now I'm not talking to her. That's fucking off Western shit. PlayStation is on. Devin, so we're not going to get. Yes. I don't know. I think they close at 2. I don't know. Maybe you're right. We shouldn't go to those trains. Keep it simple. Get a burger. That's everything I got. Unlocked. Now get me to what you're talking about. Hey. I wonder if that's still in working condition. When I get that back, you know. Internally, she laughs like I'm not. They took my sauce. How's today?
Reach the government's final checkpoint, and they block the door because you're missing your high security clearance based on your videos and video campaign. You have almost everything you need.
Damn it!
The plus will include instant sword and infinite magic. But the gate won't move because you don't have the root of the gate. 1. What you have unlocked now, you have cleared most of the world, but to open that specific lava-stained gate, you have to possess the Rune of Adir. If you interact with the gate, and it says the gate does not budge, you either left the room or haven't reached it yet. 2. The way to the rune, the Abbey route. Since you are at the vestige of the Forgotten Guardian, You need to backtrack to get this key. 1. Go to the manse of the Hallowed Brothers. This is the snowy/monastery area you likely passed through earlier. 2. Find the Abbey Gate. Near the bridge that leads to the Tower of Penance, there is a large stone gate on the side. This leads into the Abbey of the Hallowed Sisters. 3. The Climb. Fight your way to the very top of the Abbey. You'll fight a boss named the Rapturous Huntress of the Dusk. 4. The Prize. After she dies, go to the altar behind her. The Rune of Adir. It looks like a glowing red/orange hand/triangle. Will be floating there. Pick it up. 3. Returning to the castle gate. Once you have the rune in your inventory. 1. Return to Upper Calrath. Go back to that bridge where the lava stone...
Okay, so what's the name of the vestige I gotta go back to? What vestige? Obviously, I need to do some research. Doesn't involve just going straight into a bunch of shit. So I'm gonna go. Mm-hmm.
this tree.
Nope.
Guide on where to get a deer, the bereft exile's remembrance. Once you beat him, the soul for the remembrance is not going to just be there in the location, so you're going to have to do a little bit of traveling to get to that remembrance. So this video is going to show you how to get there. Now, right now, it's going to tell you investigate the stigma left at the last known location of the deer.
Hey, is there a YouTube video showing me how to get to where you were talking about?